So come on and get settled. We're going to begin today. I'm going to remind you that we're taking a journey through the chakras. Here we are. We started in our root chakra and then our Svadhisthana chakra. Yesterday we got into the solar plexus, the Manipura chakra. And today, if you look smack dab in the middle, we're in the Anahata chakra, the heart chakra, which is pretty powerful because this is where all of the energy of being, right? All of these chakras relate to your physical structure, your emotions, your physical being, the material world. This is where we start getting into the spiritual world and the higher levels of consciousness. And so the Anahata, right in the center of the chakras, is where your thoughts, where your being becomes doing, right? It's this place of action. So it's a very actionable energetic center, and we're going to take action today, as you will see in our practice. So I love this. I think it's beautiful. I'm going to hang it back up on the wall where it belongs. And Heather, remind you that you've done a lot of work this week, right? Done a lot of work. So we're going to begin on our mat today in a heart opening pose. I'm going to give you several options. One is if you take your blanket or towel and roll it sort of like a spaghetti noodle and lay it at the top half of the mat, you can bring the bottom edge up against the sacrum and let your back rest right on it. So your spine, the ridge of the spine is right along the blanket, and you can open up that way. Another option, which is a fan favorite, is to come into a supported bridge pose. So bring the block under your sacrum lengthwise, so it's supporting the pelvic rim. Make sure it's not in a lumbar curve, it's way lower. So go down by your butt crack. That always makes people giggle a little bit. And you can have the knees bent, or for a deeper opening, if it's too deep, draw back, but for a deeper opening, you can straighten the legs. So play around with where you'd like to begin today. What shape can you put your body in, and what supports can you use for that true sense of grounding? Feel free to wiggle and move a little bit as you get adjusted. And then once you feel like you landed exactly where you belong, take a big breath in and exhale through the mouth. Do that one more time. Inhale and exhale. Just let everything go so you find some peace in this pause. You find some comfort, some settling, some surrender to this moment. If it's comfortable for you to do so, stack the palms in the center of the chest. Just a little tap. Chakra is, like I mentioned, the bridge between the lower chakras, which represent your physical being, and the upper chakras, which represent your spiritual being. And spiritual, I'm not referring to religion. I just refer to your higher levels of consciousness and awareness and intuition. This chakra is greatly influences our ability to give and receive love. And so when you're feeling blockages or imbalances in your heart chakra, you will have difficulty fully opening up to people in your life. And maybe you will struggle with forgiveness of self and others. Maybe you hold really heavy thoughts of jealousy. Maybe you find it hard to commit to loving relationships. And when your Anahata chakra is open and balanced and the spinning wheel of green as it's intended to be, then you experience deep compassion and empathy, love, joy, gratitude in abundance. There is no limit. There is no condition. It just frees flowly from you. without expecting anything in return. It just feels natural to be in that state of giving and receiving love. You have worked the other chakras all week long. Now you can integrate the elements to support this work. Today's element is air. The first chakra, Muladhara, where we began in our root, is the earth, steady and grounded. The second chakra, Svadhisthana, is water, where the fertility brings creativity in the flow, a constant flow of creativity. The third chakra we worked on yesterday, Manipura, is fire in your belly. Remember our candles, required to transform the grounded creativity into positive action. So today, our element is air. You have air, integrating spiritual understanding of love, compassion, and a connection to everything you encounter. Air, like love, is within us and all around us. So as you root down and feel that hand to heart connection, just notice how you can invite breath into your palm. Notice how it feels to open yourself up to love. Does it feel challenging? Does it feel vulnerable? Maybe you have traumas of the past that make it really hard to access this unconditional stream of love. Just be aware of that. Notice that and hold yourself with softness and tenderness as that comes up. Or do you find it easy to be open to love? Does it feel natural? Maybe start to feel the ribcage expanding with the inhale, softening with the exhale. Feeling the air within you, just integrating with the air around you. What a gift it is to breathe fresh air. Maybe your mantra for today is, when I love myself, loving others comes easily. When I love myself, loving others comes easily. You envision this spinning wheel of green, perhaps merging with white. Reach your opening meditation, taking any bits and pieces of this that really speak to you. I am open to the deep reservoir of love in my heart. I am loving and I am loved. I am thoughtful, compassionate, and committed to the unfolding of others. I take delight and joy in the success of others. I open my heart to embrace the world as one human family. I willingly let go of the past and forgive myself and others. I love. And I'll read that once more, again, connecting to anything within this opening meditation that truly speaks to you. I am open to the deep reservoir of love in my heart. I am loving and I am loved. I am thoughtful, compassionate, and committed to the unfolding of others. I take delight and joy in the success of others. I open my heart to embrace the world as one human family. I willingly let go of the past and forgive myself and others. I love. Take a big breath in, feeling expansion into your heart. Exhale, send that love energy into the world. Do that 2 more times, bringing in the love and spreading the love. Last one, biggest breath yet. And let it all go. Beautiful. We're going to remove the things that are rooting us down. So if you have something under your sacrum, press into the heels, remove it, roll onto your side, remove the blanket, draw your knees in towards your chest, roll a little bit. And then we're going to rock and roll up to a seated position where we can come into our spinal warm-ups before we start to bring some back bends into the practice. So as you inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, twist to the right. Let's make this really dynamic today. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist. Because love is not just about being, love is about doing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, crescent over to your right. Cartwheel the hands up through center. Make your way over to the left. One more on each side. Big breath in. Full breath out. Inhale to center. And exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, back up, open the heart, press forward. And as you exhale, round the spine, give yourself a big hug. Inhale, open your heart to the world. And exhale, hug. Exhale, give yourself some love here. Last one, big breath in. And alternate the cross of the arms as you give yourself a big hug. Beautiful. From here, we're going to roll right into table position. From table position, just move for a few breaths. Just getting really primal, getting really instinctive with the body. Whatever the body needs for about 4 breaths before we come into a downward facing dog. Make sure you're coordinating your breath and movement, fully letting the whole breath go so you can start fresh. Nice. We're going to come into table position. From table facing dog, beautiful. Pressing that beautiful heart, your chest toward your thighs. Got on my lucky green pants today. I wear these once a year for St. Patrick's Day. So I thought they deserved to be brought out of the closet for today. We'll see how it goes. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Beautiful. On the inhale, excuse me, come forward to high plank, stacking shoulders over wrists. Drop the knees. We're going to bend the elbows. Just dip the heart down to the earth. Leave your hips up nice and high. And then scoop the heart up in your cobra pose back to table position. So inhale, or you can come back into a plank even to really bring some heat into the body. So take a big breath in. Bend the elbows, drop the heart down, drop the knees down, stick the butt up to the earth, to the sky, sorry, and then scoop up. So we're really scooping with the heart. So maybe back up to high plank. As you bend the elbows, lower the knees too, heart drops to the earth, and then scoop up, right? We're getting to the triceps too. I'm aware of that. One more, big breath in, lower down, drop the knees, drop the heart, stick the booty up, and then scoop up. Nice. From here, come back into downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. This time, inhale forward into high plank. We're going to drop the knees and we're going to walk the hands forward, coming into Anahata, which is our puppy pose. So melt your heart all the way down to the earth. You can make this more intense if you have blocks. It may be too intense, so just be mindful of catering to what the body needs today. If you have 2 blocks, you can put it at the top of the mat, rest your palms on the blocks as you melt your heart to the sky. Keep your booty nice and high, tailbone lifted. You can come to the chin or to the forehead as you melt your heart down. So if that's too much into the shoulders, then get rid of the blocks. Root the palms down to the earth. Keep melting your heart. Again, Anahata. It's the asana of the Anahata, opening up the heart. Take one more big breath. And let it go. Beautiful. All right, let's start to flow. Walk the hands back under the shoulders. Make your way back to downward facing dog. And just take note of how the body's feeling. Be present for any sensations. If you notice something starting to get tired, you can always take a rest in a child's pose or your Anahata with the arms by your side. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. On the inhale, look to the front of the mat. Walk your feet to your hands. Come into a forward fold. Inhale, rise up at the top. Find a little back bend here, lifting the heart to the sky. And then hinge at the hips. Come on down. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, step back to a high plank. With the knees up or down, lower chaturanga. Inhale, scoop the heart up, melt the shoulders, let the shoulder blades draw together in the back. Downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. One more sunny, look to the front of the mat. Walk your feet or take steps or hop, feet to hands. Rise up, reach up, open up, and flourish right into the Anahata right there. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the inhale, right leg rises. Step the right foot between the hands. Drop the left knee down. We're going to take a little flow here, a little low lunge flow. So find your deepest iteration here, safely stacking the knee over the ankle. Hips are squared to the front. And as you inhale, we're going to lift the arms up and then release the right arm down as you find a little reverse lunge here. And as you exhale, we're going to inhale, coming down, left hand down, right arm up. So sorry, I'm confusing everyone here. We're in a low lunge twist. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lift the left arm up. Find your reverse. So inhale, root the left hand down, right arm up for a twist. Stay twisted, but just reversing the energy, lifting the heart to the sky this time. All right, now that we've got it, let's do 2 more. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. Squeeze those hip stabilizers in and out. Beautiful. Both hands come to frame the front foot. Step back to a high plank. Lower down your chaturanga. Inhale, open your heart. Really let it shine brightly. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take that on the other side. Inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, step the left foot between the thumbs Release the right knee, untuck the toe. Feel free to use that blanket or towel underneath the right knee if it needs a little softness. Find your deep expression. All right, so let's start with that inhale. Right palm roots down, left arm reaches up. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, cartwheel back, reversing your lunge. There we go, now we got it. Inhale, root down, lift up. Exhale as you reverse. Beautiful. 2 more. Last one. Big breath in. And full breath out. Then cartwheel the hands to frame the front foot. Step back, high plank. Travel through your vinyasa flow. Just getting some heat into the body here. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you inhale, right leg rises. This time, step the right foot through. We're always thinking about building this shape from the ground up, right? Honoring our foundation. Feeling nice and strong in the pelvic floor. So draw that Mula Bandha up. Get that Uddiyana Bandha, that energy lock in the abs as you draw your upper abs to the spine, right? Everything builds. And now we're in the heart. So we're going to interlace fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw the fist down below the sacrum. Gaze up. Maybe you close your eyes for just a moment, visualizing that wheel of green spinning, glowing brightly with love. Take one more big breath. Beautiful. As you inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to pivot that left heel back, coming into a warrior 2. So when you go from warrior 1 to warrior 2, it takes a lot of just micro adjustments into the stance so that you're truly opening up through the hips here. So we're going to do a little flow. So as you inhale, flip the right palm, reverse the warrior. And as you exhale, come into your extended side angle. Inhale, lift, and still feel the heart energy rising rather than collapsing. Beautiful. 2 more. Big breath in. Full breath out. This time, inhale, reverse the warrior. And as you exhale, cartwheel those hands right on down to the earth. Step back to high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Open the heart. Really feel the shoulders melt from the ears here. Create space in the neck. Back to downward facing dog. Yeah, you got it. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, left heel rises. Step the left foot between. Melt that right foot down, finding your warrior 1 footing. Build that foundation and grow from it. Feel yourself flourishing. Keeping the hips squared right to the front. And then interlace the fingers, finding a different way to weave them together in the back. Maybe you even take a reverse namaste with the palms connected, elbows wide. See if you can, at the same time while you're lunging, expand through the heart space, lifting it up. Feeling that abundance of love floating into the universe unconditionally right here. Just rendering yourself vulnerable to the process, but trusting. Beautiful. 1 more breath. Come right back into center. Inhale, lift the arms back up, and then start to spin that back foot down. So the right foot is now parallel to the short edge of the mat, and heel toe the feet as needed to find your strong warrior 2 stance. Yeah, spin those hips open. Nice. Shoulders are stacked over the hips right here in the present. And then we're going to dance. Inhale, lift that left palm, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale to reverse. Exhale to extend. Keep shining brightly. 2 more breaths, moving at your own pace. Really honoring your grounding here. Remembering those Kegels, if you want to squeeze into the pelvic floor, do it on the exhale. Nice. I think I miscounted. Let's do 1 more reverse. And then cartwheel those hands to frame the left foot. Step back, high plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, open up the heart. Back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. For those of you who weren't able to join us earlier in the week for the other chakra practices, know that they're available on my YouTube page, except for root chakra, which it was a beautiful practice, but we had a little audio issue. And by we, I mean me. I take full responsibility. And so I deleted that one because there was no audio. It was just visual cues, which makes it a little challenging. But the rest of them are up there, so you can go back to that strong foundation that we built. Take a big breath in. Let a big breath go. Look to the front of the mat. Bend the knees. Take a little hop, bringing feet to hands. We're going to do it with the heart open. So normally we wouldn't encourage a little banana backing here, but because our intention here is to open up to the Anahata, we're looking to draw the shoulder blades together as we sink down into our chair pose. Take a big breath in. Can you sink a little deeper? Bringing the hips back toward the heels. 1 more big breath. And then drinking, excuse me, drinking bird, chest to thighs. Roll over to the balls of the feet, lifting the heels. Maybe the fists lift up and away from the back. Take a big breath in. Let a big breath go. 1 more time. Release the feet. Come back up into Utkatasana with the heart opener. Big breath in. And back to drinking bird. Bowing down. Feeling grateful for the water resources of the earth. Giving grace to the air resources of the earth so we can breathe freely. And release the bind, flatten the feet. Nice work. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, step back to high plank. From high plank, lower all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, come up to your cobra. And just take a moment here to settle, honoring this shape as its own pose. Feel the biceps draw back and the heart press forward. Feel the tops of the thighs and the tops of the feet root into the earth. Feel the tailbone pull down toward the pubis. Feel your heart shining. This is your true potential right here. Breathe into that bright glow of green. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then melt the heart all the way down to the earth. Make a little pillow for your head by stacking the palms. Bring your forehead right on down. Just take a moment to notice how it feels, to release, to breathe into the earth, connecting with that element of air, both inside of you and surrounding you. And then change the stacking of the palms, put the other palm on top. Forehead roots down. We're going to take crocodile pose here. So keeping the elbows wide, keeping the shoulders engaged. Inhale, start to lift the arms up, lift the legs up. So your gaze is straight down, or the eyes can be closed. Keep creating space in the neck by drawing the shoulders down. And as you root your hips and your pubis into the earth, breathe. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs to support your lumbar spine, your lower back muscles too. 2 more big breaths. Every inhale finds a little bit more engagement and lift. 1 more big breath. Beautiful. And release all the way down. Just relax all the muscles in the body. And then uncross the hands. We're going to bring the knees together. Press back into a closed-kneed child's pose. Bringing the forehead to the earth. Feeling the roundness of the back. And when we round the back and we tuck the front of the heart, we're expanding through the back of the heart. And it's always a beautiful symbol of how, well, a reminder that the heart isn't just in the front of the body. It's a very nice, nicely sized organ that takes up that whole closed-kneed child's pose. It reminds us of how our heart shines on our past too. We honor those in our past who have made profound influences on our life, those whom you still love who have departed. So just bring someone to mind right now. Take a big breath in. Let that breath go. From here, we're going to come into a kneeling pose. And again, if you have that towel and you want to put it under your knees, you're welcome to. If you have also a block, bring it in, and we're going to put it right between our upper thighs. We're going to take Ustrasana, or camel pose. So for camel, we want to really invite lengthening of the spine too, lifting from the crown of the head away from the tailbone. And we're going to start with a gentle Ustrasana by supporting our lower back, palms right against the sacrum, or right against the lumbar area, just on either side of the sacrum. Fingertips down, draw the shoulder blades together, lift up nice and tall through the spine. And as you exhale, start to press the hips forward, squeeze that block with lots of passion, and lift your heart, your ribs up to the sky. If you feel pinching anywhere, please come back to neutral. This is not the day for this for you, and that's okay. But if it feels good, breathe into it. Let it feel even better. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Slowly make your way back up to neutral. And keeping everything here where it is, just drop your palms down, finding a cat pose. Round the spine, tuck your chin to your chest, tuck the pelvis under, create space between the vertebrae. And then we're going to come right back up and take another Ustrasana, camel pose. So you have the option here of taking it gentle like you did before. You can also do it with a bind and take it this way. Or you can flex the feet, lifting the heels, so root down through the toes. And your full expression has the webbing of your hand between your thumb and your pointer making its way right to the ankles. All right? So when you're ready, take a big breath in, lift up, and then begin to arch back, finding your expression. Now, if you notice when you come into a fuller expression that you're really dumping the weight into the feet, then maybe you come up and support your back like we did before. You really want this to open up into the hips, the ribs, the heart, and the shoulders by pressing forward. You can let the head hang back, opening up the throat chakra. We're not doing a whole lot of throat chakra work tomorrow, although I'll talk about it. But this is a good time to open it up. Cleansing any blockages in the throat. Nice. And when you've had enough, bring your hands to support your lower back. Rise back up really gingerly. Just find neutral spine. Always want to travel through neutral before taking a counter pose. And then we'll come back to that cat pose. Palms down to the earth, rounding through the back. Notice what sensations are present in the body. Invite them, welcome them with compassion, with kindness. Beautiful. Take 1 more big breath. And then we're going to come back onto our backs. You're welcome to, again, invite in your blanket or block. We're going to take a little bridge flow. You're welcome to make this more restorative by sliding the block on any of the lowest or middle height, again, underneath the pelvic rim, supporting your sacrum. Maybe you stay here in a supported bridge and just let yourself surrender into it. Don't hold yourself up. Just let the block do the work to help support you and open you up. If you like to do it without the block, or you could put the block between your thighs. If you want to take traditional bridge, feet are rooted, fingers tickling the heels. When you're ready, press into the earth, squeeze the block, lift up. So there's this isometric action going where the feet are pressing down and pressing forward. If you press down and draw back, it gets more into the gluteus medius, which is a really good hip stabilizer muscle to strengthen. But for today, since we're working on our heart, press the feet down and imagine you're sliding them forward as the hips lift. Take 2 more big breaths. Really notice the dance of the rib cage on the inhale and exhale. And then slowly make your way down. Draw your knees in toward your chest. We will go up for 1 more bridge pose, but for now we're just drawing knees into chest, taking the opposite stretch, roll a little bit, massage that lower back. If you're supported, no need to come down, just stay where you are. If you have a full wheel in your practice, you are more than welcome to take that as well. I'm kind of shooting for the middle here, making it really accessible to everyone. So we'll come up for 1 more bridge pose. Bring the block between the thighs if you'd like. And when you're ready, just readjusting the foot stance, press down into the earth, peeling the hips, peeling the spine. And maybe you start to walk those arms together, feel the shoulder blades squeeze underneath you, binding with the fingers woven, drawing the upper arms down into the earth as well. We'll breathe for 5, 4, keep engaging. 3, 4, 2. 1 more big breath right here. This is where all the magic happens. And let it go. First, letting go of the bind, rolling the shoulders out, melting the spine down. Nice work. Release the block, draw the knees into the chest again, roll a little bit side to side. So today was sort of a sampler of heart opening shapes. Wasn't the longest or most intense vinyasa flow, but I want to make sure that we really touch upon the meaning of this chakra and how we can find both meditative and physical asana manifestations of opening up our heart chakra. And so we're going to end with a loving kindness and metta meditation. If you find that your body needs more movement, you're welcome to move through this, make it a moving meditation. Otherwise, I'm going to encourage you to come back into a rooting position with the heart open. So maybe, once again, you create a ridge with your blanket, something to help open the spine. You can also open up the legs if you want to really invite the energy of release through your root chakra and your sacral chakra. You can bring blocks or something to support the knees if that helps you. Just find a position in which you can settle yourself. Another option, if you have 2 blocks, is a supported fish pose. So you bring 1 block lengthwise between your shoulder blades. The other block catches your head. This is a really beautiful way to open up your heart. So I give you a moment to get settled. Before I guide you, Take a few breaths in. Take one big breath. Exhale, let it all go. For our closing meditation, it's a metta meditation, which in the Buddhist tradition is a loving kindness meditation. You're welcome to stay as you are. You're also welcome if you'd like to root your palms stacked against your heart again, or one palm against the heart. With the eyes closed, draw your attention into your Anahata chakra, bringing that internal gaze to float right in the center of the chest. Envision that bright glow of green. See the wheel spinning as it feels active, as it feels alive and empowered. And in that bright glow, I invite you to bring to mind someone in your life whom you love so dearly. It could be a family member. It could also be someone who has already departed the physical earth. Bring this person into your mind's eye. See them aglow with their bright smile, perhaps surrounded by all of their favorite things. Notice how you feel in their presence. Notice that feeling of love just igniting a little bit brighter and warmer in your own heart. And I invite you to share with this person thoughts of loving kindness that travel from your heart space right into theirs. By repeating these mantras, these blessings. May you be happy. May you live in peace and know that you are loved. And watch as your warm, sincere words wrap this person up with love, kindness, and compassion. Notice what is present. Then begin to let the image of this loved one fade away, bringing your attention back into your heart space where you can cultivate that loving energy without any fear of it ever running out. And bring to mind now an acquaintance, maybe a neighbor, someone you've seen pass by the house, someone that's been helpful to you at a store, your Instacart shopper. Bring this person into your mind's eye. You may not know a whole lot about them, but you can certainly see them in their physical form, smiling. And begin to offer this human words of love and kindness and compassion from your heart by repeating these words in your mind. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from harm. May you live in peace and know that you are loved. And notice their glow grow a little brighter, knowing that love has no boundaries. We don't have to know someone intimately to love them. We love them because we are humankind. It is our essence, our nature. Begin to let the image of this person go and bring attention back into that bright, spinning wheel of love energy right in the center of your body. And begin to invite into your mind's eye someone in your life who has posed a challenge for you. Perhaps someone who has caused you harm intentionally or unintentionally, and someone whom you've had challenges forgiving. And remember that forgiveness is a dose of love that you offer to yourself. It is not about condoning actions or letting someone back into your life. Forgiveness is releasing the grip that this egregious activity or action has had on you. And maybe it's forgiving yourself. And it's giving up hope to ever rewrite the past and not letting that past contaminate your future. It's finding freedom. So as a gift to yourself, invite this challenging person into your mind's eye. And in a sincere spirit, as sincere as you can be, offer them these words, genuinely felt from your heart. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be free from harm. May you live in peace and know that you are loved. Maybe that universal love that wraps this person up will help to relieve their suffering. And hopefully in that process of forgiving and loving unconditionally, even the most challenging people in our lives, hopefully that serves to offer you freedom of the heart. And then we begin to extend these thoughts of love, kindness, compassion broadly into the world. So let your mind reach across your own town, beyond the state lines, across our country, into neighboring countries, wrapping around oceans and reaching lands across the globe. Feel yourself fully encompassing the world with your love energy as you offer these thoughts, these genuine words out to all of humanity and all living things, out into the universe. May you all be happy. May you all be safe from harm. May you live in peace, each of you, knowing how very much you are loved. Then let that imagery go and bring attention back into your heart space, into your Anahata chakra that is spinning so vibrantly right now, so alive with energy. And let that wheel continue to spin and send that charge through your entire body. Feel it in your blood, in your bones, in your joints. Just feel love spreading out to the tips of your extremities. Feel the embodiment of love just as you are. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe from harm. May I live in peace, knowing that I am love. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Drawing in love. Sharing it to the world. One more collective breath in and out. There is no rush. Stack both palms against your heart once again. There has been research by some self-compassion leaders, Kristen Neff being among them, that has shown that offering ourselves tender touch wherever we need it most helps to stimulate the oxytocin release in our brain, which makes us feel loved, safe, and soothed. So just give yourself that tender touch right here, right in your Anahata. Sealing that dedication that you are present for yourself, that you are loving of yourself just as you are. Feel your heart expanding into your palm with each breath. Bring the palms to touch in front of the heart. Maybe bringing the fingertips to touch, letting the knuckles tent out a little bit, just creating a little opening, a little lotus mudra here, where we let the air come and go so we know that our hearts just are filled with abundance. They are not sealed and closed off. They are open to giving and receiving. And know how grateful I am that you practice with us today. It's always an honor to be in your company. The love and the light in me honors the love and the light in each of you. Namaste. Mwah! I love you guys. If you feel like you need to do some counter stretching, do some forward folding today. But hopefully that helped to awaken the Anahata energy within. And as always, let me know if you have any questions or comments about our practice today. And I welcome you back tomorrow, where we will be talking about